Hello there. So this is going to be my first gaming video. Finally have fraps, so I can actually do that now. As you can see, it's going to be Borderlands 2. I might move on to TF2 later if I can really be bothered. But we shall see. Might even move on to other games, maybe Planet 2, which I've been playing quite a lot at the moment. So this first video, I'm going to be talking about what kind of got me into video games. As most of you will know, I'm pretty well into my video games. My room, I'm currently looking around my room and there's quite a lot of gaming collectibles, which is slightly sad, because there's probably a couple £100 worth of stuff in here. That's a video for another time though. Maybe I'll show a tour of my room once I've cleaned it up a bit. But yeah, so I'm just going to play some Borderlands 2, and I've got a list up of stuff that got me into gaming really. I think I've remembered everything. It's basically going to be how I got up to the sort of first-person shooter sort of genre, which is what I mostly play, which I think mostly everyone I know plays. Do occasionally play some other games, like I've been playing Sonic All-Stars Racing at the moment. I used to play racing games all the time, and this racing game is probably my favourite now. It's just brilliant, especially since we play as Team Fortress, which is mostly the reason why I play it actually, but I do enjoy it. I don't really play that much racing games anymore. I find them a bit boring. Just trying to think of other games that I play actually. I did have Driver San Francisco on my Xbox, which is actually a very good game. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. Oops, what the hell's going on with my computer? Right, hopefully this is working again. Had some technical difficulties there, it just kind of crashed a couple of times. I'm new to fraps, so I'm not totally sure why it was crashing. It seemed to make the game lag a bit, but it's bearable. So yeah, let's play some Borderlands 2, and I shall talk about what got me into gaming. So, a very long time ago, we didn't really have a console when I was young. Not for a while anyway. Oh, that's a good shield.
Look alive out there.
We didn't really have a console. We did eventually, but at a young age we didn't really have a console. Our parents wouldn't buy us one, which sucked. But when Dad did have a PC, he thought he was a bit of a PC whiz, and for a while he was the only one who had a PC. It was... Sorry, I was just thinking about Borderlands 2 here. Yeah, so most of the games we played were on his PC. He managed to get some games on his friends, and they were kind of old games. They weren't... try how to describe it. These were quite old games. So I'm just gonna look at the list because I'm struggling trying to think while playing this game. One of the games he had, some of the games he had Myst, which I think everyone's played. Myst was quite a good game actually. It's a bit creepy. I don't know why I find it creepy, because it actually wasn't that creepy. Possibly because he also played this game called Shivers, which was a similar thing, and that actually was kind of scary when I was a kid. I don't know why it was scary, because now I look at it, it's really not scary. It just, when I was a kid, it was actually quite scary. Speaking of scary games, House of the Dead, when I watch that now, it's just really not scary. But when I was a kid, that was seriously scary. So the voice acting is stupidly bad, the graphics are bad. I think it's the graphics that are bad that kind of makes it scarier. That's kind of a strange thing actually. Sort of bad graphics make a game scarier, I find. I don't know, it's just me. I don't really like scary games, to be honest. I had bad enough time in Half-Life 2 with Ravenholm. But yeah, other game. Well, we had The Sims. my sister bought The Sims when so like there was this magazine that had those games in it, and we thought like playing PC games would be like constantly just pick up a game, and it just runs now. We didn't know that you need to like have the right system requirements and everything. So my sister bought The Sims Unleashed, which was an expansion pack, which she didn't realise. She thought she could just, you know, start playing it straight off. And when it didn't work, it was a bit of a shock. My dad has a copy of The Sims off his mate. And yeah, The Sims was one of those fun games that we had a lot of fun with. I think there was actually a scary point in that as well. The music when like a burglar arrives actually scared the crap out of us. Like, seriously scared us. I think I had nightmares about it actually. Had nightmares about House of Dead as well. I probably should have mentioned that. Sorry, this is probably really boring because I keep kind of like pausing. I'm probably pausing for a lot longer than I think. Let's move on. We also got GTA, that just would not run on my sister's computer at the time, so I had to run on my dad's, and we had a lot of fun about it. It should kind of turn the cheats on. I did say GTA Vice City, didn't I? San Andreas. San Andreas we got on the PS2, which I'll talk about later. Anyway, there was one of our birthdays. We both got like £100 and we both wanted the Game Boy Color. The Pokemon Game Boy Color, so we could get yellow Pokemon. The thing is, our parents weren't too happy about us spending all this money on one thing. So we went to Argos. We both wanted it. Our parents said no. We got a bit upset. Eventually I caved in and like, alright, I won't get it. And my sister didn't cave in and she ended up getting the Game Boy Color. I ended up getting Worms World Party, which I played for bloody ever. It was just so fun when I was a kid. It's still probably quite fun. I played that for quite a long time. Yeah, so that was probably one of the first games I properly got addicted to. I did play like Pokemon Yellow at times where my sister didn't know what to do. I've kind of got a lot of arguments with my parents where they're saying, turn the game off. Like, one does not simply turn Pokemon off. Like, in the middle of a training battle, you can't just turn it off, you'll lose all your progress. Like, you've got to finish it eventually. They just didn't understand. I mean, they wouldn't really understand. Yeah. Console. So Game Boy Color is kind of the first console. Consoles after that, we got a Sega Mega Drive from like a car boot. We played Sonic and various things on it. We played Rayman as well. Well, that might be PlayStation 1. Didn't really understand Rayman, so never really played much of it. That's not what I meant to do. Shit. Good. Move faster. Move faster. Yes, I didn't really play that much with Rayman. Then we got this like, what I found out after watching Ashen's now was like a cheap knockoff of a console. It basically looked like a Nintendo 64 controller. It had like games preloaded on it, had a little light gun thing with it. That had lots of games on, which had actually been pirated. It's a cheap knockoff from China or something. There is a name for it, I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to find that out. I'll put a link in the description. But we had a lot of fun with that, but it turns out that it's kind of illegal to have had that. I don't know if we still got it. I don't think it works anymore if we do have it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. Then there was one Christmas, our aunt saw PS1s were now like 40 quid or something, which at the time was a big deal. Now I'm actually getting them for about a tenner. I've still got mine somewhere actually. But yeah, that was our first console, and we got a lot of games on that. That was probably the best thing to happen to us, because that really got us into gaming. Sort of like, I'm trying to think of games like Die Hard Trilogy, which, that's just it's a brilliant game. don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because it just is brilliant. There was also RC Revenge as a racing game. I'm going to move on a bit quicker because I'm not sure how long YouTube's going to allow me to do a video for. I had a dream once. This is kind of a dream that I was like at the halfway house thing from Tracy Beaker, and I had a Game Boy Advance SP, and I was like the cool kid because of it. Don't ask. I then ended up getting a Game Boy Advance SP and got a few games on it, and that was what console are we on now? It was like the third or fourth console. I think one of my favourite games was Need for Speed Underground 2, which for a Game Boy had decent graphics actually, which was quite strange. I ended up losing it on holiday, which that definitely was my favourite game. Sorry, I couldn't think while I was shooting that guy. Then, a while later, I ended up getting a Nintendo DS, like one of the very first ones when they came out. That was actually a large waste of money, because for a while I had no DS games for it. The thing I used most on it, actually, was the little chat thing. I remember going down to London to see my grandparents, and we were driving down the M25, and I just found someone randomly on the chat for a brief few seconds, and that was the most exciting day of my life, probably. Okay, there you go. That was. Yeah, I eventually ended up getting Mario 64 on it. Mario 64 was a brilliant game. I had nostalgia because I had a mate who used to have a Nintendo 64 and he used to play around his all the time. So I got that, and I think I also got Pokemon. What is it? I've got Pokemon Heart of Gold. I've currently got on my current DS. That's not the original DS. The original DS is screen cracked. But yeah, I've only ever bought 2 DS games. There just aren't that many DS games that I find that interesting.
What would you say to those who accused you of cheating, of rigging fights to gain your #1 ranking?
Wow, Jeffrey. Well, I guess I say I'd have to do this. And then I tell them to never call me a cheater!
I've only played through the DLC once.
And you can quote me on.
Okay, I had a bit of a technical difficulty, and it seems perhaps only records for a certain amount of time. Maybe that's
you are
true,
now
maybe.
In the presence of greatness.
I don't
Here's
know,
what
I've
Piston's
never really
offering you.
used fraps.
Piston will sponsor you.
I'm nearly at the end of
Piston
this
will
video
take you
anyway.
on his
I
monthly
then,
wing, and we will
like,
open that
after my
together.
birthday thing, I ended up getting
already
a
set up the first fight in
PS2.
Get
It's
in
quite
there.
cheap.
And
I
show
tried to
them
get
that
GTA
Piston
San
and the
Andreas
Vault
for it,
Hunter
I
are
think, at
forced to be
first,
reckoned with.
but I was too young at the time, so I couldn't buy an 18 game. So I ended up buying this Ford racing game. It was pretty shit. It was basically just a load of Ford cars in a very poor racing game. I did end up, after that, a while later, I ended up getting Half-Life because, actually, how I got into Half-Life, you all know I love Half-Life. I know everything about it. How I got into Half-Life, there was a Weeble Stuff video about Portal, so really I got into Portal before Half-Life. Yeah, I saw this Weeble Stuff video, and I needed to know what game it was from. I ended up finding out it was Portal. That's a nice game. Shame it's worse than mine. So yeah, anyway, I used to watch walkthrough videos of like Half-Life and everything, like Half-Life 2 mostly. And I really wanted the game. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything to play it on. So, So I ended up getting the PS2 version of the first Half-Life. It was alright. Like, graphics have been slightly updated, so it looked a bit better. It was very slightly different, but that was basically the first-person shooter I'd ever properly played, and I loved it. And I think this is probably where I'm gonna end the video because it's been going on for a while, and I've noticed I've mostly been going for most of it, trying to think of stuff to say. Mr. Torgus just the best character in this. Is my favourite character now. Right, so I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to try and edit it and get it up to date. And I'll do another video, and that'll be more sort of probably towards the present. That will include like TF2 and everything. So yeah, thank you for listening if you've managed to listen all the way through the video. And I will see you next time.
Take that, you one-eyed, bomb-lobbing, cactus-eating, pot-bellied, plump-bloody, fat, jiggling, whopping, big, backstabbing, lard-armed, creepy, spastic little bloody, blind-eyed, precious little twitchy, pickle-headed, rocket-hopping, plod, potato-hopping, phony, two-faced, filthy, mutant bastard. Holy dooly!